dear colleagues, dear participants, and first of all, thank you very much for this kind invitation. It's a real pleasure to contribute to this forum, and I will use my time to make a simple but I believe necessary argument. Today, discussions around artificial intelligence are often framed through a powerful narrative. The idea that AI is inevitable, that its expansion is natural, it's unstoppable, and ultimately desirable. And my invitation today is for you to resist this narrative. For many years now, I've been working at the intersection of digital technologies, power, and society. I'm the co-director of the Data Justice Lab, where we study how data and AI systems shape inequality, participation, and governance. More recently, I lead the Data Eco project, which examines the environmental and societal limits of digital infrastructure in the context of the current AI boom. From these perspectives, one thing becomes very clear. AI is not inevitable, AI is political. It is the result of decision, of investments, of priorities, of interests, and therefore it can be shaped, it can be redirected, and when necessary, it can be also resisted and halted. So instead of asking only how to accelerate AI developments, I would suggest for you today and for all of us to begin somewhere else. We should start from people. We should start from the concrete well-beings of citizens. And let me briefly mention three key domains. First of all, health. Are currently investment in AI improving public health systems? Are they strengthening care, access, and prevention? Or are they diverting resources towards speculative technology solutions that do not address structural problems? And second, education. Are we using AI to support learning, critical thinking, and the development of future generations? Or are we introducing systems that de-skill, standardize, and deepen existing inequalities? And third, the environment, maybe the most important of it all. This is often the most neglected dimension. AI infrastructures require massive amount of energy, of water, and material resources. If we take sustainability seriously, we must ask whether the expansion of AI is compatible with environmental limits. These are not abstract questions. These are governance questions. They require a shift in our perspective. Because at the moment, much of the AI agenda is driven by short-term market logics, by competition, by the speed of it, by the pressure to innovate quickly and scale globally. But public policy cannot operate on a, let's say, a 5-year horizon or even 10-year horizon. It must think in terms of generations. So the real question is not whether we can build more powerful AI systems. The real question is whether we should in each specific case. And crucially, I'd say, whether we are equipped to say no, because we should be equipped to say no. To say no when technologies, for example, do not serve the public interest, to say no when they increase inequality, and to say no when their environmental cost is too high. It's not worth it. And this is not about rejecting innovation. This is about reclaiming a different kind of direction for AI systems. It's about ensuring that technological development remains aligned with democratic values, with social justice, and long-term sustainability. And of course, in this sense, governance is not simply about regulation after the fact, but about setting priorities before deployment from the get-go. This is why this is very important in the phase that you are actually currently in right now. It's about setting these priorities, and it's about deciding what kind of future we want, and then evaluating whether AI contributes to that future or undermines it. So let me conclude with a simple proposition. We need to move from a politics of inevitability to a politics of choice. A politics in which societies, governments, and institutions actively decide, shape what technologies to adopt, which one to regulate, and which to reject. And of course, I'm well aware that this requires a critical capacity. This is where we academics like myself and many others that are working in this space are absolutely, for me, crucial. It requires the critical capacity, the boldness also to say no.
Hi, sir.
But also requires
I got this
thinkers and
but
stakeholders
I could not
to
download
actually,
Mercedes Me application.
evaluate
I could not
when the
connect them,
risks
my
are
car and my
taken.
phone.
The willingness to look beyond the immediate promises, very seducing promises indeed, of technological progress. And if we do that, then AI can indeed play a meaningful role in science, in public policy, and education, and in the well-being of our citizens, but only if it's subordinated to human and planetary well-being and flourishing, not the other way around. That is crucial. You are in a particular historical phase where we still can intervene in this direction. Let's be bold, and being bold is not exclusively to embrace innovation, whatever the cost, but it's the opposite, to be able to embrace it when it's really in favor of human flourishing, of our society, of our citizens, of ourselves, of the 99% of the people on earth. Because the ones at the top are going to be fine anyway, right? Because that's the thing. We need to benefit most of the population, and especially, I would say, the vulnerable ones, the marginalized ones, the ones that we are seeing are already being even more marginalized by AI divides between the ones who are able to reap the benefits and the ones who are not able to keep up. So resist the narrative of AI inevitability and hype today, tomorrow, and think about the future. This is my invitation for you today. Concretely, how to put them into laws, into policies, into regulation. Well, this is an endeavor that we must shape collectively. But if we don't start from this, then we don't have any future. Thank you very much for the invitation, and I hope this grain of sand will contribute, my 2 cents, let's say, will contribute to this very, very lively conversation on a timely topic. Thanks again.